Hello, I am Stephen Richards, and as your moderator, I would like to welcome to Roanoke our GOP congressional candidates representing District 6 of Virginia for the United States House of Representatives. Also, I want to welcome our visitors and our citizens of Roanoke Valley to this candidate forum. Before we begin our question and answer session, I'd like to thank both Donald Helms and Carrie Thompson, our timekeeper, for organizing this informative symposium. We will have a lively discussion today of some of the more pressing social and political issues confronting us. The candidates are seated in alphabetical order, and starting with the first candidate, we will begin with 3 questions, allowing 60 seconds for each candidate's response, followed by 6 more questions, allowing 90 seconds per answer. Of course, the timekeeper, wherever she is, will give alerts at 30 seconds and 15. Oh, she's sitting down here, okay. 15 seconds remaining before passing on the microphone to the next person. After everyone has spoken first on a question, by law, we have chosen where to begin in the row each subsequent question, going down the line of candidates for answers as before. After our total of 9 questions is completed, by law, we have chosen where to begin closing remarks of 1 minute each, again going down the row until all candidates have concluded. Now, we will begin this forum with a 60-second opening introduction statement from each one. Candidates, describe why you are running, what is your passion, and what keeps you up at night. Question?
May I have a point of personal privilege? In light of the fact that I've had faulty allegations against me cheating in the last forum, first I would like everyone to know, nothing up my sleeves, nothing behind my ears. I believe to level the playing field so that it's just organic knowledge, that beyond not having electronic, that we have no notes, no prompts, no aids to assist us in this forum.
Thank you. All right, this time we'll begin with opening statements. We're going to begin at the left of the table here with Ben Klein for 60 seconds.
All right. Well, good afternoon. There we go. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ben Klein, and I'm running for the 6th Congressional District because I am the proven, tested fighter who's going to take your values to Washington, D.C. I'm the one who has the most experience. This one? All right, this one's going to look a little bit better. All right. 60 seconds. Here we go. It's been an honor and privilege to represent part of the 6th Congressional District for more than a decade in Richmond. During that time, I'm the only one with a proven record of delivering conservative results. I'm the only one who's going to be able to take your values to Washington, D.C., fight with Nancy Pelosi, but when it comes to standing up to Paul Ryan, standing up for your values, no matter who we're standing up against. I'll give you 2 examples. When it comes to the issue of the Second Amendment, there's no greater champion in Richmond than me. I chair the Conservative Caucus. I chair the committee that deals with gun control legislation, and this year they made sure that every single gun control bill was defeated. When it comes to transparency, I am the only one who is making sure that you can find out how your elected officials vote and hold us accountable by making sure that recorded votes in subcommittees are part of the rules. I won that battle with my leadership, and I'll take that battle to Paul Ryan as well every day. Thank you.
2 points. If you have a cell phone that's turned on, please put it on vibrate or off. And secondly, the panel has convened and decided that written notes will be okay by the candidates.
All right, how many folks have heard something like, I wonder what he's going to say in the primary to get the base revved up, and then he's going to go into the general, and I wonder what he's going to say to appeal to a broad group of folks, right? Most of us have heard that. In this bizarro political world we've created, we call that good politics. Most of us that live in the real world call that BS. My name is Mike Desjardins, and I'm running because I deeply love this country. I've spent my entire life in the private sector. I work in the healthcare industry. And I'm sick as a Republican of having to play defense. We've gotten great as a party at telling people what we're against. We're against Obamacare. Give me your vote, and I'm going to go up to the hill, and I'm going to get that thing out of there. Oh, sorry, it didn't happen. I'm a millennial, I'm 36. We all talk about Hillary Clinton. My generation turned out in droves for Bernie Sanders. It flusters me because he's a democratic socialist. He's a communist. It's ridiculous. So why is that happening? It's happening because we need to start telling people what we're for. We pay it lip service. We pull out our Republican talking points, limited government, individual responsibility, family values. But we need to do more than talk about it. We need to be about it. Push everybody here today to introduce their plan. I'm excited to tell you mine. Thank you.
We, the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and to secure the liberties to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain this Constitution for the United States of America. That is the first action we take in our oath of office when we're sworn in as congressmen. Unfortunately, many of them prove that they have disdain or cavalier for that oath of office. For those of us who understand and actually revere the Constitution, we know that it is the greatest source of preservation of our liberties, which is my job will be to fight, to uphold the Constitution every day in order to secure the liberties of my constituents.
Hi, good afternoon. I am Chaz Haywood, and it's great to be here with you in Roanoke. My office when I worked for Jordan Allen was just around the corner.
Keep it closer to you, man.
Keep it closer to my mouth. I can't get it any closer. How's this? How's this? Okay, I'm Chaz Haywood. Here we go. I'm Chaz Haywood, and it's really, I'm putting on my Army voice right now. It's really good to be with you all here today. Now it's working. Look, folks, let me tell you a quick 4 things about me, because the microphone's obviously not working. Number 1, I'm a believer. Number 2, I'm a father. I'm soon going to be a grandfather. Who's a grandparent here in this audience? You know, our future's important. The grandparent club is the best club to be in, is what I understand. Number 3, I'm a veteran. I'm proud of the time, that 9 years that I spent with the 29th Infantry Division. Veterans issues are important. We're ignoring our veterans' care. We're sending more and more individuals overseas, and we're not taking care of them properly when they're returned. I'm not for universal health care, but I am for our veterans, because we need to stand by them and fulfill our promises. And number 4, I'm a public servant. I've been clerk of court in Rockingham County, the city of Harrisburg, for the last 10 years. I've been clerk of court for Rockingham County, the city of Harrisburg, for the last 10 years. I'm proud of the efficiencies we bring to government, because we run government like a business. We get the government out of the business that they should be in, and we stop competing with the private sector. Thank you. You give it a go, Jeff.
Hi. Well, it seems to be working now. Apparently that's my voice.
It's the Russians.
It's a little biased towards my voice.
My name is Ed. My last name is Justo. My name is Ed. My last name is Justo. I'm also running for office. All of us here are going to tell you a story. And the story will be different from each one of us. Some of us will tell you about the laws. Some of us will use keywords to try to transmit the message. Some of us will provide solutions. Solutions for our financial problems, for our veterans, and for our community, and for our society, and for the district. So I hope you all pay attention and listen well and see which story is the one you prefer. Because the story you prefer will be the one you should be voting for at the convention on May 19th. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Catherine Lewis, and I am running. I'm going to try to answer all 3 parts of your question in this. I am running because I really want to actually change the state of the 6th district, and I actually genuinely care about the people in this district. And you know, there are a lot of things that keep me up at night. I'm concerned about the trillions of dollars of debt that myself, and future generations coming after me are going to have to pay off, and what that looks like. You know, my passion as a small business owner is something I want to take to DC. We've got to reduce regulations on businesses and allow us to grow and prosper. And I want Virginia to be one of the best state in the country to own and operate a business. And we're not, and we can be. And that's what we've got to do in DC. And you know, I'm the youngest one running. Sorry, Mike, but I'll take on that. We have to bring new ideas to this party. Again, we've been stuck in a rut for decades, and it's time that we move forward and quit talking about things that we've done in the past and bring actual real solutions to the table. And I hope you'll consider voting for me on May 19th. Thank you.
Doug, hold on for just a second. There is another candidate, Elliot Pope, who was unable to attend. The word is that he has sent a video to take the place of his meetings.
Hi, my name is Elliot Pope. I'm running for Congress in the 6th Congressional District, and I'm really happy to see your interest in the process. But I have to tell you, this election is not about who's the most conservative. It's not about who's the most electable. Really, this election is about one thing, and one thing only. It's about the future. It's about the future of the Republican Party, and it's about the future of our country. Our country is at a generational crossroads. The tipping point has really already come when Generation X and the millennial generation are now a majority of voters as of the 2016 election. And the Republican Party is facing a demographic crisis. We are not reaching young people. We're not reaching Generation X and millennial generation, and it's not because we're not smart enough. It's not because we don't have the right ideas. It's because we keep trying the same thing again and again and again. We put forward politician after politician after politician, and young people are the most over-marketed generation of people in the world. And they can sense a lie in nanoseconds. So if a politician gets up and gives a campaign promise that's not the truth, that's not what they're going to do in Washington, D.C., young generations of Americans know that. And we need to completely rethink who we are as a party and how we communicate and the kind of candidates we put forward. If we don't stop doing the same old thing, the same insanity every election, right now, it's going to be too late. Because every single election, more and more and more Generation X and millennial generation voters are voting Democrat. And every time they vote Democrat, we lose them. We have to put people forward now, we have to put candidates forward now that can grip the hearts and the minds of the new generations with the values that we hold. Look, our country was founded on amazing values that the Republican Party holds to. We need to get back to those values. We need to get back to freedom. We need to get back to opportunity. We need to get back to the family. I'm standing here in a house that it's a beautiful house, has a great foundation, but the walls are crumbling with rot. And we have to get the rot out so that we can let the beauty of that house and the architecture of this house shine forth. And in our country, in our political process, we need a reset. We need major change. We need fresh, new, conservative leaders who are going to look into the future, connect with the new generation of voters, and ensure that they are going to be Republican. Because you know what this new generation of voters will find? If we put forward the right kind of candidates that tell the truth, that speak from the heart, you know what they're going to find? They're going to find that they have been conservatives all along. And the voice of liberalism is not a true voice. We need to get these young people, bring them into our party with genuine, authentic politicians who present the ideas that we believe in as a Republican Party. That's what I stand for, and that's why I'm running in this election.
Before we go on to Doug Wright, just a comment about the microphone. If the microphone fails on you, just start over again. It will not be counted against your time. So, Doug, you're next.
Thank you. Do I really need a microphone?
When the microphone.
Yes. No, I don't think so. I'm going to leave this here. My name is Doug Wright, and I'm running for Congress. I've been told all my life I'm too loud. This is a great event. Thank you very much. I'm a dentist with over 30 years of experience. I've started 3 small businesses in my career. For 3 years, I worked at the Veterans Administration. I've been a provider in the VA, and I know the problems, and I think I can fix them. I'm a veteran. I served for 21 years in the United States Navy. I'm a veteran of combat, as are my 2 brothers. And I'd like to call out my mom, who's a 3-star mom here today. Thanks, Mom. I am a Republican. This is because I believe the free market system has elevated more people from poverty than any government system ever devised. Can I please have an amen? Amen. Thank you. I'm a Republican because I believe the Constitution is the most amazing document ever created for the benefit of man. I'm going to finish quickly. The Republican Party is a party of ideas. I challenge you today to listen to us and see who has the best ideas. Thank you.